Between every crime and every shadow, there's a story waiting to be told. Some are tragedies, frozen in time. Some are legends, whispered on the edge of belief. And some blur the line between what we know and what we fear. This is Between Crime and Shadow, where mystery lingers and the unexplained takes shape. Let's begin. Imagine this. It's late at night. You're home alone. Maybe you're watching TV or scrolling your phone. The world outside is quiet, too quiet. Then, a knock. You open the door. 2 children stand there, pale, still. They ask to come inside. Their voices are calm, almost too calm. But then you notice their eyes. Solid black, no whites, no pupils, nothing but endless dark. These are the black-eyed children, mysterious figures reported across the world for decades. But who are they? Are they lost children? Paranormal entities? Alien hybrids? Or something even darker? The legend of the black-eyed children really began in the 1990s. In 1996, journalist Brian Bethel wrote about a chilling encounter he had in Abilene, Texas. He was parked outside a theater late one night when 2 boys around 9 to 12 years old approached his car. They said they wanted a ride to their house to get money to see a movie. Bethel described an overwhelming sense of dread. He noticed their clothing was outdated, their manner of speaking oddly formal. Then he saw their eyes, pure black, no sclera, no iris, just darkness. The boys grew more insistent, saying things like, "We can't come in unless you let us." Terrified, Bethel sped away. Later, when he shared his story online, others came forward with eerily similar encounters. Since the 90s, hundreds of reports of black-eyed children have surfaced, often with the same disturbing details. They appear at night, usually in pairs. They knock on doors, approach cars, or stop people on the street. They always ask to be let in, into your home, your vehicle, your life. Witnesses describe a sudden, overwhelming fear, like their instincts are screaming at them to run. And, of course, the eyes. Pitch black, like looking into a void. Some people report physical sickness after encounters. Others claim nightmares that last for weeks. And in rare stories, those who let the children in are never seen again. So who or what are the black-eyed children? Theory 1. Paranormal entities. Many believe they're demons, spirits, or otherworldly beings. The idea that they must be invited in echoes old legends of vampires, creatures who can't cross thresholds without permission. Theory 2. Alien hybrids. Some UFO researchers think the children are connected to alien abduction lore. The black eyes resemble classic grey alien features, and the strange, formal way they speak feels not human. Theory 3. Mass hysteria or urban legend. Skeptics argue it's all folklore, a modern boogeyman born on the internet. Fear spreads. People share stories, and soon every shadowy encounter with a child becomes a black-eyed kid's story. But the strangest part? Encounters keep happening. New reports surface every year. Different states, different countries, always the same description. One woman described answering a knock at her door one winter night. 2 children stood there shivering, asking to use the phone. She felt uneasy, but when she saw their eyes, she slammed the door shut. Another man said he was camping when 2 children approached his fire, asking to sit down. Their faces were blank, their voices monotone. He fled into the woods, abandoning his campsite. In almost every case, the person refuses them entry, which raises a question. What happens if you say yes? A man working the night shift at a rural gas station described 2 children approaching the glass door around 2 a.m. They asked to come inside to use the phone. The man froze when he noticed their jet black eyes staring at him through the glass. He refused to unlock the door and watched as they stood perfectly still for several minutes before vanishing into the night. Caught on camera walking up, but never leaving. A woman in Staffordshire, England, reported hearing persistent knocking late at night. When she opened the door, a girl around 10 stood outside asking for help. Behind her, another child lingered in the shadows. Both had pitch-black eyes. The woman slammed the door but said the knocking continued for hours. Neighbours later reported strange electrical outages that same night. A hotel clerk in British Columbia described 2 children entering the lobby just after midnight. They asked to use the phone. The clerk felt overwhelming dread but tried to remain calm. When he looked up from the desk, the children were gone. No sound of the door, no footprints in the snow outside. Security footage showed them walk in, but not leave. And finally, in Manila, passengers on a jeepney, a public bus, claimed 2 children climbed aboard late at night. They spoke little, staring blankly ahead. Only when lightning flashed did riders notice their eyes were completely black. Witnesses said the children disappeared before the vehicle reached its next stop. Psychologists suggest these stories tap into something primal. Children are supposed to be innocent, safe. From an evolutionary psychology perspective, our brains are hardwired to read eyes. The whites of the eye, the pupils, the way they shift and dilate, these are signals of trust, danger, or intent. We rely on them for survival. When we see someone's pupils widen, we subconsciously register fear or excitement. When the eyes dart, we sense lying or danger. But black eyes, completely devoid of whites, strip away all those signals. It's like looking at a mask, a face that gives nothing back. Our instincts panic because the information we rely on to judge safety is missing. It's the same reason so many people report a wave of dread before they even consciously notice the eyes. Their brain already knows something is deeply wrong here. So when the thing that makes us feel safest is corrupted, children with black, soulless eyes, it hits a nerve we can't shake. It also connects to a broader theme in horror, the corruption of innocence. Think about dolls, meant to be symbols of childhood, safety, and play. But twist them just slightly, give them a blank stare, a cracked smile, and they become terrifying. Clowns are another example. They're supposed to bring joy, but with exaggerated features and painted faces, they slide into the uncanny valley. What should be playful becomes sinister. And of course, ghost children. Countless ghost stories feature children singing lullabies in empty halls or laughing when no one is there. It unsettles us because innocence has been inverted. The black-eyed children fit right into that lineage. They look like kids, but there's something so fundamentally off, something corrupted, that our brains can't reconcile it. That's why they stick with us, long after the encounter is over. Whether you believe they're real or not, the idea sticks in your head. What would you do if someone knocked on your door tonight and it was them? The black-eyed children blur the line between legend and reality. Maybe they're a modern myth, a shared nightmare that's spread across the internet. Or maybe there's something else. Visitors, entities, beings that need our permission to cross the threshold. The next time you hear a knock late at night and a child's voice asks to come inside, remember the stories and ask yourself, would you open the door? You've been watching Between Crime and Shadow, where the line between truth and legend is never clear. What do you think hides behind this story? Share your beliefs in the comments. And if the unknown calls to you, subscribe and walk with me again, deeper into the shadows.